basis, going back and forth to work into other places. Your area has taken full advantage thanks to the leadership of the governor, the mayor, the state legislators. Wisconsinites should be very proud of what your leaders have done. Now, I served in the U.S. House of Representatives 14 years, and you have no better representative in this area than Ron Kind. He is a good, strong voice for the people of this area. And you have no stronger voices in the Senate than Senator Feingold and Senator Cole. We would not have the money. We would not have the money that Secretary Vilsack and I have on the economic recovery if it weren't for the extraordinary leadership of these very strong voices for your part of the world. So I'm delighted to be here. I'll be happy to answer any questions. But I want you all to know you're in the mix. You're getting your fair share of the money. People are going to work. Projects are being funded. And it's being done the right way. As taxpayers, you should be mighty proud. No earmarks, no boondoggles, no sweetheart deals. Thanks to the leadership of the governor and his team, it's being done the right way. Taxpayers' money is being well spent, and your friends and fellow citizens are being put to work. I'm delighted to be with you, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Thank you very much.
Just told the secretary I should have had a piece of that walnut pie. What we need now is just a couple of brave folks to ask a couple of questions and get folks started. We have microphones that some of our USDA folks will be hanging around. There's our first question right there. It'd be helpful if you could identify yourself by name and organization. If you're with an organization and you want to direct it to any one of the three of us, it'd be great.
Okay, Mr. Vilsack, Jan Morrow from, I'm Cornell, Wisconsin, and I'm the lady that started dumping milk back in May. And I don't know if you ever heard that I was going to do that, but you were supposed to. And you sit there and say, what can you do? If you want to save me as a dairy farmer, go back to the 1937 Marketing Agreement Act and start paying farmers cost of production. Right now, we sit there and we're hoping that you're going to put an $18 floor price on the support, right? But if you do that, I might get $20. Right now, I have gone behind so bad, I need $30 milk for a good 3 years to dig out of the hole. You're sitting there saying, well, I can go into the bank, I can still borrow money, but I don't want to borrow money to stay operating. And the economy, if you start paying farmers, your economy will take off. I still remember way back in Pick and Roll, when my husband went one time to a small town and stopped at a little restaurant. He came home and told me, my God, the parking lot was full of brand new pickups. You want to sell vehicles, start paying farmers. We'll all buy pickups. And he said, notice what's happening. Don't you realize how bad we are going through the worst depression in the history of this country, being a dairy farmer? The worst. This administration is going, if things don't change and change quick, they will be remembered as the worst administration for farmers, all farmers, in the history of this country. Now, we do business with over 30 small businesses on a daily, a weekly basis, and every one of those people are scared. If you don't do something and do something soon, in 6 months, my cows will be gone. Everybody I talk to say, 6 months, cows are going to be gone. Those small businesses are going to be gone right along with me. Now, you've got the power. Everybody sits there and says Secretary of Agriculture doesn't have the power. I fought with Glickman way back when. And I still remember a federal judge in Minnesota sat there and told him, you're supposed to be using the 1937 Marketing Agreement Act. An appeals court threw it out and said, the Secretary of Agriculture has full authority to price milk as he sees fit. You've got the power to change it tomorrow. Before my cows, I've got 2 kids that want to take the farm over. How can they take the farm over when it's going to be gone before they're old enough to take it over? Please, please, Mr. Vilsack, before any more farmers have to dump their milk, we've got Pete Harding is saying September we should all dump our milk? I don't think you want to see that. Before the 1st of September, please do something.
Well, first of all, I appreciate, I am aware of the concerns. I have talked to farmers, I've talked to passionate farmers, as I said earlier, all across this country. I was a small town lawyer in the mid-'80s during the farm crisis in my state. I represented farmers. I've talked to farmers whose loved ones have committed suicide over this. I do understand and appreciate. We are looking at every option that is available to us. And we have taken some action, and we're going to continue to take more action. And we are aware of the fact that there is an important link between the rural economy and the prosperity of farm families. And so we are looking for ways in which we can provide that stability. I can assure you. We're going to continue to look for it. I do think it is a very difficult time now. I do believe over time we're going to have a more prosperous rural America, not just because we do a better job of pricing products, as you suggested, and commodities, but because we're also investing in the infrastructure that will allow not just farm families to prosper, but those small business owners that you've talked about. The capacity to expand broadband, the capacity to create energy opportunities and new income sources for farmers, the ability to continue to invest in conservation, the ability to create climate change opportunities, all represent new income opportunities for farm families and for small businesses. And so we're going to continue to invest and invest hard, and we're going to continue to work to provide a more prosperous rural America. Clearly what we've been doing for the last 20 or 30 years has been working real well because we've seen a decline in population in rural communities. So we are very aware that we need to do a better job.
Secretary Vilsack.